The largest customer of the upcoming 777X is Dubai-based Emirates. Shock? Well, not really. While typically having a fleet of young and modern jets, it also relies on currently very few families. Therefore, what it does to combat this is commit quite heavily to each aircraft that it sees for the future. The upcoming 777X is no exception. Having been among one of the first to order the aircraft now a decade ago, the company went back at the end of 2023 for top-up units. But why have they ordered this plane? Well, firstly, let me begin with the development of the 777 family. I could go into the history of the aircraft for you, but that's obviously not why you're here and not needed. But consider this. The 777 did burst onto the scene as an efficient wide-body that could complete a wide array of long-haul missions with just 2 engines. Benefiting from the development of EPTOPs seen on the 767, Emirates believed this to be the ideal solution for its needs as it looked to refine the aircraft it flew and develop as a company, with also a lot of focus on how would it grow Dubai, its home. Emirates flew over 100 Boeing 777s, edging closer to 150 at its peak, and didn't leave a stone unturned regarding the variants it flew, which seemingly included every variant having a place at some point in its fleet. In contrast, the number of variants has reduced, but the utilization of the plane remains the same. Emirates uses it on a wide array of missions across its network, and it complements the Airbus A380, flying into markets that either don't require the world's largest passenger plane or are unable to do so. These planes, though, aren't getting any younger, and because of Emirates' core business model of having a youthful fleet, it has always been actively looking towards replacement. While the idea of keeping a younger fleet has somewhat been thrown out the window lately because of delivery delays and obviously their love of the A380, you'd still expect a host of aircraft to depart as the company remains in a very much forward-thinking nature. So when Boeing announced that they would enhance the beloved 777 further into what we now know as the 777X, it really isn't hard to see why Emirates was immediately interested in this proposition. Essentially being a like-for-like replacement, the 777X will also play a role in the eventual retirement of the A380, given its high-capacity nature. This is about as close as one could get to replicating what the Super Jumbo has done for the Dubai-based company, for there to be no direct replacement, remember, for the aircraft I speak of. The 777X is about as perfect as you're going to get to a solution to replace the A380, and if the series meets the expectations required once it is delivered, well, Emirates would be seen as very likely to go back and order more units. Remember, it has done this on numerous occasions, and even with the A380 now so many years ago. While the 777X will also have a role in replacing those older 777s, it will really enhance Emirates' fleet with its advanced specifications. The importance, though, of replacing some A380s can't be overstated. Once the 777X enters service, it'll be one of the only high-capacity and efficient aircraft types that remains in production, and for airlines that really focus on high-capacity travel, with more quad-engine planes on the way out, there really aren't many other alternatives. Some would point to the A350-1000, and that is absolutely valid. This is a variant over at competitor Airbus that is thriving on the long-haul space, and it comes equipped with high capacity too. But in the case of Emirates, at least for the moment, they've opted for the Dash 900, and they view this plane as a totally different kind of beast, focusing on markets that they've been unable to reach in the past because of aircraft limitations, potentially because they're too big, and these A350s are going to ease pressure on existing and future planes that are yet to be delivered. So it's the 777X for the moment that will be carrying the torch for long-haul high-capacity travel. Emirates' commitment to the 777X really shouldn't come as a shock, not to me, not to you. While it's the ideal purchase for growth and fleet replacement, to me at least, the latter reasons that I've discussed have a lot more weight behind it. The 777X remains as a perfect replacement for the existing 777 units that are beginning to age and will eventually be retired. Not yet though, remember that they are undergoing a major retrofit program to ensure they can fly longer, but equally Equally, you've got to consider by the 2040s, when Emirates has retired all its Airbus A380s too, something will need to fill that shoes. And certainly before then, as more units disappear and the active fleet number drops, there needs to be an alternative to be able to fulfill these high capacity routes that also, remember, have consistently higher than average load factors. There's a reason Emirates has so many A380s, because they're really successful with them, and these planes are always full. The 777-9, unless something better enters the market, will be best poised therefore to offer what Emirates needs. It'll play a crucial role in their future operations and ensure that they can continue with their focus on flying into major cities in an efficient and also profitable manner. While frustrations have been public on the part of Emirates regarding this aircraft, they have still had an excellent relationship with Boeing in the past, and to a certain extent, maybe they've even leveraged these frustrations into getting a better deal with greater terms for that top-up purchase we saw late last year. It's become a no-brainer for this company to commit to the next-gen widebody slated to be certified next year. Airlines, though, such as Emirates, hope for it to be ready by no later than 2026, when it will officially enter service. What are your thoughts on Emirates and the 777X? Let me know down below in the comments. Thanks a lot for your support. Take care, be safe, and I'll see you in a couple of days for more industry analysis right back here on GlobeTrotting.